Michelle Edwards, creator of YogAlign and Fit Align posture training. Did you know that 50% of Americans have a sliding hiatal hernia? And if you're not sure what that is, that's when part of the stomach pushes through the diaphragm where the esophagus passes through an opening called the hiatus. Diaphragm is a very thin, dome-shaped muscle that contracts downward on the inhale, and the stomach is right on the left side of the abdomen here, and the liver being here, and the food tube or the esophagus goes right through the diaphragm, right into the stomach. And what happens is, because of stress or because of sitting postures, I think when people sit and their ribs are really collapsed down like this, it's possible that that opening could stretch the hiatus, causing some of the stomach contents to get on the upside of the diaphragm when the stomach really should be below the diaphragm. So it's advised, if you have a hiatal hernia, which again 50% of us do, have one of the sliding ones, which means that it may not always be where the stomach is pushed through on the top. It comes and goes. And it also is directly connected to acid reflux, which apparently 30 or 40% of Americans have that too. You have very important structures other than the esophagus, which pass through the openings in the diaphragm, including the vena cava, which is the blood that needs to be returned to the heart and the lungs, coming up from the legs, and also your right and left vagus nerves, as well as the descending aorta from the heart, and your lymph system. And so there's so much going on in this region of the body. So if you do have a hiatal hernia, it's recommended that you avoid inversions, including an inversion table or things like headstand, shoulder stand, and plow, because these are sometimes held for minutes at a time. So if you think about it, the diaphragm needs to descend down on the inhale. So if you go upside down in a shoulder stand or a headstand, you now have about 15 to 20 pounds of organ weight, your liver, your stomach, your intestines, your pancreas, your bladder, all of these different organs that are below the diaphragm are now on top of the diaphragm. And you also have a diaphragm that's needing to contract downwards, but if you're upside down, it's also having to work against gravity. And there's no proof of this, but I really think that sustained practice of headstand, shoulder stand, and plow could actually make a hiatal hernia worse, or maybe even cause one. And also the other risk of being upside down in a headstand for a long period of time would be if you have high blood pressure, if you have glaucoma, and even if there's any history of stroke in your family. Again, the hiatal hernia situation with headstand, shoulder stand, and plow, I think is really a big issue that nobody's really discussing, beside the fact that your neck spine is very thin. It's not really designed to hold the weight of your lower body. So it's okay to do a handstand for a few seconds or a cartwheel or something, but to hold these long 5-10 minute versions of these yoga inversions or inversion tables is really a bad idea if you have a hiatal hernia, which apparently 50% of us do. So you can go to my website for more information on yoga myths, yoga injuries, and also how to do yoga in a way that's going to support upright, great alignment. Aloha, and please email me if you have any questions.